Mother is 1996 Albert Brooks movie. He usually liked to, he was kind of like Woody Allen for his time. Even though Woody Allen is still a pretty big name and releases films more often than Albert Brooks. Albert Brooks was still a very funny man. He liked to be both in front and behind the camera, doing the writing, the directing, and the acting. And Mother is probably the last big thing that he did where he was featured both in front and behind the camera. And it also stars Debbie Reynolds, who plays his mother, and seeing someone from the silver screen era in something from the mid-90s, it's pretty fun stuff. In the early 2010s, there was one thing with Seth Rogen and Barbra Streisand called The Guilt Trip. Similar concept. A young man spends some time with his mother, and similar with this one with Albert Brooks. But Guilt Trip wasn't a very good movie, but Mother, on the other hand, actually was quite good. It's not an amazing film. It's really not profound, but it's still enjoyable. Albert Brooks is simply a very talented guy, and so is Debbie Reynolds. I mean, all the things that she did in the 1950s and 60s, those were all really enjoyable things. And the difference between Mother and some of Brooks's other movies, like Defending Your Life and Modern Romance, and his magnum opus, well, I consider it to be his magnum opus, which is Lost in America, those were heavily profound films, mile a minute of laughter, especially with Lost in America. If you put Lost in America and Mother together, Mother's gonna come up way short. But if you look at them just on their own, Mother's a pretty good film. That's kind of a ridiculous premise to it. Albert Brooks plays this writer named John Henderson, who is getting divorced for the second time, and he's struggling with his writing career. And after he gets divorced, he decides to move in with his mother because, you know, she's always had the answers for things, and he thinks that moving in with her is going to really put things back to normal, that he's going to learn a lot from her. He also loves her dearly. He's basically the ideal mama's boy. Now, I don't mind the movies that that deal with the movies that are about mama's boys. I just thought that the whole idea of why he moves back in with his mother, kind of a silly idea. I didn't think that, and I don't think that they really made it. They executed it to its fullest potential. I think that if Brooks did just tweak the script up a little bit and had a better reason why he moves back in with his mother, then it would have been that much stronger of a movie. But regardless, we I'm sure some guys can identify with Albert Brooks' character, but we immediately fall in love with Debbie Reynolds, and this movie is pretty funny, and although it's not as like gut-achingly funny as Lost in America, I'll stop mentioning Lost in America because mentioning a masterpiece beside this is that's just unfair. So this movie right here gets the job done, and I'm proud to say that I liked Mother from 1996 with Albert Brooks and Debbie Reynolds. So I will give it a solid 3 stars out of 4.